This June day is the first nationwide strike against the austerity measures of the Jair Bolsonaro government. But for educators, it's already the third demonstration in a month. Teachers, students, and researchers are in the street. Simone is in her final year of a doctorate program in international economics. She just learned she'll not be funded for the next semester.
It challenges my ability to accomplish my projects. It's almost impossible to work 8-hour days while at the same time conducting quality research. Now I have to write my thesis, and I don't have enough money to support myself.
The government has just announced 2 waves of cuts to scholarships and research. In all, they'll cut more than 6,000 stipends. Federal universities are the first to be affected. 30% of their budgets are being frozen. In Rio, Deborah Fogel heads a research laboratory on degenerative diseases. Its resources have already suffered cuts in the previous government of Michel Temer. This broken centrifuge is still waiting to be replaced.
It's an essential device for the lab, and it's broken. Other devices are also out of service.
The team here researches Alzheimer's and Parkinson's diseases, and also hereditary amyloidosis, a fatal genetic disease which is endemic in Brazil. Lack of funds could jeopardize patients' lives.
People might not be diagnosed, and they could die.
In a country where 95% of scientific research is conducted in universities, budget cuts lead to a brain drain. At the end of the month, Rafael's funding comes to an end. Many of his peers go abroad in search of funding.
Going abroad to acquire new knowledge and then returning home, this would greatly enrich Brazil's scientific research community. But that's not the way it is. People are escaping because of the lack of investment in Brazil, because nothing's been done to develop scientific research here. So no, it's not positive.
Not only are research grants under threat, but so are scholarships, indispensable for students from working-class backgrounds. Guilherme got one for his master's degree, but not for his doctorate. So his father is helping him fund it.
Deixa eu ver se esse pão vai crescer demais de tarde.
I reduced the number of employees and expenses. Now I make the bread myself. I need to help my son, so I increased my workload. I used to work 12 hours a day. Now I work 16, sometimes 20 hours, to make up for the loss of his scholarship.
Every day going to class, I know I'm not doing this just for myself. I'm thinking of my father's efforts.
In Brazil, public universities are free, but the number of spots is limited. It's the elite that have best access. The debate on budget cuts is even reaching this geography course.
They emphasize what is called the minimal state in neoliberal ideology. For them, subsidizing public education is an ideological heresy. We're going backwards.
We had this dream that we could change our public universities so they'd become a place where people of all colors, origins, and social background could come and study. But when universities close their doors, they become an elitist space that excludes a lot of people.
The State University of Rio, where Guilherme studies, was the first university to create a quota system 15 years ago for people of color and lower-income students. Today, the future of racial quotas has been reintroduced to public debate. Congressman Rodrigo Amorim from Jair Bolsonaro's party has proposed a law that would abolish them in Rio. Race is self-declared in Brazil. He says that makes it easier to commit fraud.
We need a discussion process that ensures that quotas are reserved for those who really need them, who are really marginalized, who are really victims of long-standing inequalities.
Facing him are angry students.
We have to work harder because we are being attacked. They are trying to steal our dreams, steal our future, and steal the quotas. We must move forward.
Congresswoman Dani Monteiro is part of the first generation of students that benefited from affirmative action.
It's a step backwards compared to everything Brazilian society has done so far. Yes, it is necessary to reaffirm why we need quotas and not go back. It's there to remedy a historical injustice that still has not been addressed.
Jair Bolsonaro calls universities hotbeds of indoctrination by the political left. They're part of the front line of challengers to his government and the front line of his austerity targets.